When you start record. Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this call is just to show you the power of the Aurum opportunity, what is possible as you build. Now, this is a template just to show you that even coming in with $100 can change your life. Even building a team with $100 over time can change your life. So Operation 5 by 5 is what I teach my team to do. So this template is just calculating on the barest capital of $100 being brought in by people across the generation. So on your generation one, you have 5 members who bring in $100 each, and that's $500, right? As a capital in your structure. Then in your generation two, you have 25 persons who also bring $100 each. That is 2,500. So how do these 25 persons come about? Each of these 5 persons here in the generation one brings in their five, just with $100. Remember, the subscription is $20, so that's $120, $20 subscription, $100 trading capital, the barest minimum. All right. So once you do this, you find out that as you grow deeper, it's going to take some hard work. It's going to take some CEO mentality. You have to come like a businessman in charge of a team. Now, your second generation will have 25 persons. Now, your third generation, each of these 25 persons will go get their five. Now, this is theoretical. We know that there are some people that will not do anything, but this is just to show you the power of $100 over time. All right. So don't feel discouraged if people are just coming in with $100 each. It will still create financial breakthrough in your life, but you need speed. All right. The team needs speed. Everybody coming in with speed and focus. All right. So when you come in 5 by 5 by 5, you realize that if everybody keeps getting their five, you get to your 10th generation. We're just calculating based on the 10th generation. And I think you can achieve this in a year. All right. In 1 year, everybody doing Operation 5 by 5 by 5 and being aggressive with it, you would have this kind of team structure on your 10th generation. Right. So, but here's what I want you to know, and here's where it gets interesting. When you start, it look like you're not making any money. It look like you're just stressing yourself. But do you see that as those 5 persons keep trading with $500 in your generation one, $100 each, that $100 becomes $2,500 in your generation two. It becomes $12,500 in your generation three because you have 125 people. Then in your generation four, with 625 persons, you have $62,500. It goes on and on and on like that to your 10th generation, where you have $976,000 at that level. Now, here's where it gets really, really interesting. If you total all of this figure, you get $1.2 billion as a trading capital in your structure from generation 1 to 10. $1.2 billion. Now, here's where it gets, just to open your mind to the possibilities. Since they are trading $100 each, they're entitled to about 10%. All right, let's just call it 10% a month. Now, 10% of $1.2 billion in your entire team means that they're going to be getting a profit of $122 million in the structure. Now, as a leader in the team, I'm using the barest minimum of 3% of the profits. You're entitled to 3% of your team's profits. Remember, from the first rank, you're actually entitled to 5%. And then it keeps growing higher and higher. I'm using the barest minimum. Let's just say you are a Nova, but you're earning as a Nova, but you're earning from the entire team. Of course, Nova is just your direct downlines. But let's imagine that all you get is 3% from your entire structure. Remember that there will be people that will do $10,000. There will be people that will do $1,000. But we're just calculating based on $100 per person. That 10% profit is $122 million. And 3% of that, which you are entitled to, will be $3.6 million. And this is monthly, because every month your structure is going to generate these profits, $122 million. All right? Every single month, with 10% being the minimum profit that will be shared. Now, 3% of that is you're entitled to 3% of that. So out of the $122 million, you're going to be making $3.6 million every month, every single month. Every 30 days, you'll be making $3.6 million. This is huge, insane. And of course, for those who are from West Africa, you find out that that is about 5.4 billion of your local currency using the $1,500 exchange rate. All right. So why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video to remind you that it's going to take some work. It's going to challenge you. People will say it's not going to work. People will say all sorts of things. And I say, get started with your 120 and go get your 5 who do 120. And everybody go get their 5 who do 120. You're going to find out that if you can build to the 10th generation, that is hard work. Even if it takes you 2 years or 3 years, it doesn't matter. Build to your 10th generation. Look through the genealogy and make sure everybody is coming in with their 5. You will experience financial transformation. It will start slowly, but then it will snowball into something that is going to blow your mind. That is the power. That is the power of Aurum. Get to work. Get to work. This is serious. This is an opportunity to change your financial destiny. Don't sleep on it. Put in the work and you will smile. Now, let me just imagine that maybe you feel so nonchalant and you decide to stop in your 6th generation. All right. So if you decide to stop in your 6th generation, I just took this from here and put it here. If you stop in your 6th generation and say you're tired, that means in your structure, you have a total of about $1.9 million being traded. 10% of that $1.9 million every month is $193,000 as profit. 3% of those profits is $5,800 every month. And that means about 8 to 9 million naira every single month if you can build to the 6th generation. So the question is, do you want to build to the 6th generation or you want to push to the 10th generation? Your choice. That it's your choice, but everybody needs to understand this is the business. Come in, your capital is important. Your capital means, oh, you can make so much more. But the most important thing when you come in is to get your 5 as fast as you can and tell them that they also need to move fast to do the same. Of course, remember, you start where your shoes are, all right? If you can afford higher capital, good for you, all right? This is the possibility. I mean, take your time and look through this. How much you want to make every month in dollars or in your local currency? Decide that and then know the requirements for capital, right? So if you want to make $1 million every month, then you need to start thinking of how to deposit $5,000 and make 13.9%. The higher the capital you deposit, the higher the percentage you get. But if all you can afford is $100, that's not a problem. Come in, build, and stretch yourself. And even if you get started with $10,000, I tell you, still build the operation 5 by 5 because you are going to unlock a massive phenomenon in your life, a blessing, and you will experience breakthrough after breakthrough and put an end to poverty in your generation. So this is an opportunity. Grab it, run with it, and let's share the stories at the end of the journey. God bless you all.